sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Waste of water sports, ahoy! Super Saturday is ready to go. 3 big games kicking off. Well, I say big games. A couple of them are looking pretty tacky, aren't they? But we are starting off with what should be an absolute cracker. Bulldogs versus Titans. On paper, you would expect the Bulldogs to win this quite comfortably. But as we know, paper is worth... Hang on. That doesn't really work. What's a good saying? This one could go either way. Titans were absolutely abysmal in round 1. I don't expect them to be that bad again. Bulldogs, well, they've just been pretty average for the past few years, so should be a close game. Kent C. Straight, ahoy there, mate. Welcome along. This is a big one for my multi. As you can see, I put 10 legs on for this entire weekend. It finishes today. One way or another, it finishes today. We already have Hurricanes to defeat the Rebels. Tick. The Warriors to defeat the Raiders. Tick. Brumbies to beat Moana Pacifica. Tick. Roosters to beat the Rabbitohs. Tick. We've got the Chiefs to defeat the Highlanders. Chiefs are currently leading 14 points to 0. Early days, but looking like maybe a tick there. This is the one. This is the one that I'm very, very nervous about. Bulldogs to beat the Titans. They still haven't offered me any sort of decent cash out. So, cash out at the moment is, what? $18.86. Since the potential winnings are a lot higher than that, we're going to let it roll. Let it ride, sir. Let it ride. All right. Bulldogs paying $1.80 for the outright win. Titans $2.05. I do have a 3-leg multi on this game as well. Once again, I did not get a chance to put it up on the screen. We're getting used to that by now. I hope. We should be. So, oh, actually, I've got a really good one, but we'll go through this one first. Okay, so, Khan Pereira, anytime try. Stephen Crichton, anytime try. And both teams to score 10. So that's a nice little one, but this one, this is a good one, I reckon. 3 legs, right? 3 legs across the 3 games tonight. I've gone first, second, or third try scorer. Philip Sami in this game. Kyle Felt in the Dragons-Cowboys game. And Ronaldo Mulatalo in the Sharks-Tigers game. First, second, or third try scorer. $10 stake, $450 return. Dean, love stuff. Ahoy, mate. Dean, was it you that was at the game last night? Hang on. Let me check my comments. Yes, it was. Apparently, there was a fight in the crowd. Be honest here, Dean. Be honest, mate. Was it you? Did you start that fight? Mr. Ed's dead. Ahoy. But no, in all seriousness, apparently there was a big fight in the crowd. Huge brawl. We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow with the old Panther in the Generations podcast when we focus on rivalries. The rivalry between the Roosters and the Rabbitohs extended to the stands. There's a bit of a punch on. You hate the Roosters. Oh, that must have been a tough game to watch then. Were the Roosters... I'm wondering if the Roosters were that good or if the Rabbitohs, the poor Rabbitohs are just so bad at the moment. What is going on at Redfern? Lots of soul searching to do, I believe, Burjo said. Just getting ready for this game to kick off. This is a big one in my 10-leg multi. Out of all the rest of the games, this is the one I'm most concerned about. Vobsy, ahoy, mate. Best sleep you've ever had. You would sleep easy after a win like that, wouldn't you? Hopefully I get to sleep like that tonight after the Sharks-Tigers games. I would expect the Sharks will have a similar big win. You would expect, but as a long-suffering supporter of the Cronulla Sharks, we do know that what's expected and what actually happens to completely different things. Kent C. Straight says, yeah, seems like the Rabbits haven't even left their hutch. Exactly right. That's a good one. That is a good one. George, the Animal Steel. What is my tip today, Bulldogs or Titan? I'm hoping Bulldog. I've just been running through this 10-leg multi that I had set up. And I feel like I need the Bulldogs. This is the one that's going to be really, really, truly 50-50. So we got the Hurricanes beating the Rebels. Tick. Warriors beat the Raiders. Tick. Brumbies beat Moana Pacifica. Tick. Roosters beat the Rabbitohs. Tick. The Chiefs are currently leading the Highlanders. Tick at the moment. Bulldogs Titans I'm very concerned about. Vobsy says, did you see Damien Cook do a tour of the Rabbits High Performance Institute that dropped on Fox League this morning? I did not. The timing is immaculate, yeah. Welcome to our High Performance Centre. This is the place that's responsible for our skills and fitness on field. How much did it cost? Ask for a refund at the moment. Anyway, that was mean. Titans are out on the field. Blake, ahoy there, mate. I'm looking for the Bulldogs to get their first win. Can it happen? The Bulldoggies. Stephen Crichton, anytime try scorer. Khan Pereira, anytime try scorer. And both teams to score 10 plus points. Keep an eye on that as well. Ivan Storm, ahoy, mate. Okay, we are ready to roll. Bulldogs, Titans. Let's get this underway. Come on, Bulldogs. I need the Bulldogs here. This is critical for my multi. Critical. And it is the Titans with the kickoff. Oh, the ball holds up in the breeze and they've let it bounce. Blake Wilson, dangerous stuff there. The ball just held up in the breeze. It was a very difficult kickoff to take, but they've held on to it. Starting to set 5 out from their own line, though, and big defense from the Titans. Vobsy stayed away from this game betting-wise. Was going to put a cheeky multi down with Khan Pereira and the Titans win, but the payout wasn't worth it. No, exactly right. I mean, I chuck something on just for the sake of it. Kickow now trying to get some go forward for the Doggies. 5th and last. Not a lot of distance. Burton will kick from inside his own 30. It's a good kick, though. Solid contact. Caught on the fall of the back, but lots of ground made. So I've actually gone... This one I found was better value, because for the exact same reasons you had, Vobsy, there wasn't really anything worth putting on for this game. I had it up before. I should have left it up. So I've gone 3-leg multi. There's no way this is going to pay out. But I've gone a 3-leg multi, first, second, or third try scorer for every game on Super Saturday today. Philip Sami in this one, Kyle Felt in the Dragons-Cowboys game, and Ronaldo Mulatalo in the Sharks-Tigers game. $10 stake, $450 potential return as the Titans put it high into the sun, and leaping up and taking it is Brimson, and they've butchered it. They have absolutely butchered it. AJ Brimson should have gone on his own. He tried to give the ball to Kieran Foran. A fairy tale it would have been, but he's just gone and goofed up a certain try. Oh, AJ Brimson is going to get a flogging from Hasler. Des Hasler's like that old guy from The Simpsons, just waiting in the sheds. Like, that's the paddling. That's the paddling right there. AJ Brimson, what was he thinking? The line was wide open. He just had to fall over it. You don't risk an offload with the line wide open like that, and the Bulldogs are off the hook. Is that a sign of how their day's going to go? Is it going to be a good day for the Bulldog? Burton puts it high. Kinney does not have the same problem with the sun in the eyes. Oh, wow. It could have been, just imagine, it could have already been 6-0 Titan. Crazy stuff. George Steele asks who I go for in the NRL. Sharks playing later tonight. Wanamu. Come on, you doggies. Muppet, ahoy, mate. It was a great kick. Kieran Foran or Tanner Boyd, whoever put it up. The kick was high, straight into the sun. And again, into the sun. Keep an eye on that. How many points do we reckon that could be worth? High balls into the sun. Now they're caught offside, the Titans, and a relieving penalty for the Bulldogs. This is their first invitation down into Titans territory. Crazy start, though. So the Bulldogs are running from right to left on the TV screen. The sun is on that left-hand side, obviously shining directly onto the ground. The Titans are putting those high balls up, and you see all the Bulldogs players covering their eyes, blocking out the sun. Good shape out to the left here. The Bulldogs kick out decides. No more passing. I'll try and run over the top of guys. And they're 15 out from the line now in tackle 3. Marnie from dummy half out to Burton. Hutchinson steps, goes on his own. 10 out from the line, tackle 4. Sloppy play the ball. They've got it, though. That's the important thing. And Liam Knight's another one who's joined the bleached hair brigade. I don't know why that's a thing. 5th and last. Hutchinson shapes to kick. They go through the hands, and it's almost been intercepted by the Titans. Blake Wilson will step inside and score the try. Going for the intercept, but leaving the line wide open. What a start for the Doggies. Oh, Blake Wilson should have been in everybody's multi. Try-scoring machine. The intercept was on. Cam Pereira, it was. Fabulous start. Three tries so far in season 2024. Blake Wilson. Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. TMO interjecting. What does he want to see? Oh, don't tell me. You are kidding. Oh, it's going to be an obstruction call. Jacob Preston. Well, we see those called all the time, don't we? And this is not what the Bulldogs needed. The try is getting scrubbed out. Oh, no. Harsh. But we've seen those called. For the past few years, we've seen those called. Titans off the hook now. It was the Bulldogs off the hook in the first few minutes. Titans off the hook now. So never mind. DJ Shaq, ahoy, mate. I need the Chiefs, DJ Shaq. I need the Chiefs over the Highlanders. It was looking good last time I checked. Vobsy says plenty of people would have had him in their multis. 100%. I almost did. Tackle 4 for the Titans, though. On the attack again. 4 and... Oh, it's bobbled, but then doing well to regather that is Brian Kelly. The Bulldogs have to win, absolutely. I need it for my multi. Tanner Boyd puts this one high. Pressure on this kick. Too much pressure. Oh, it's a penalty to the Titans. An offside. Lost forward from the Bulldogs. Into the arms of another Bulldog in front. Poor old Blake Taff. He's getting peppered with those high balls. High balls into the sun. As I pointed out just before, for those of you who may have missed it, the sun is shining directly into the eyes of the Bulldogs at the moment. And that's got to be worth some points, you would think. Carvey Bar, ahoy! And any that little hustler. Ahoy there. 6 again for inside the 10. More pressure for the Bulldogs. Titans are 5 out. Crash ball. Probably not the way to go. Firing it out wide to the left. 4 and runs it to the line. Kinney out the back. The Bulldogs don't fall for it. The defense holds firm. Tackle 3. 4 and again. Over to the right-hand edge they go this time. We're back towards the posts. Fodawaker. Off from dummy half. It opens up for Tino. Good defense from Hutchinson. 5th and last. One tackle to hold out here, the Bulldogs. Fodawaker's there for the crash ball. They go out the back. Kinney puts the grubber kick through, and Blake Wilson dives on the loose ball. Oh, kick-out's broken. Viliami Kickow, who has had a horror run with injuries since coming to the Bulldogs. And he is hurt again, it looks like. He's getting a bicep taped up. We'll keep an eye on that. Speaking of keeping an eye on things, sorry if I'm a bit distracted at the moment, I also need the Chiefs. I need the Chiefs. And the Chiefs are currently leading the Highlanders 14-0. Great. Scott Beardsley, ahoy, mate. Where's that creep UFC OnlyFans? Missed the pants. Oh, I'm sure he won't be far away. Especially because I think he has tipped against me on this one. Big Tino with a charge upfield. Bumps off 1. 5th and last. Titans, they're inside their own 40, though. Tanner Boyd kicks for distance. Taken on the full. Bulldogs. Connor Tracy beats 1. Tracy. But he falls. And that allows him to get wrapped up. Yep, Carvey Bar. I've got Canterbury at first, second, or third try scorer. Here's what happened to Kickoff. Some friendly fire, and he got his arm all tangled up in the tackle there. Awkwardly bent. So he should be right. He should be all good. A little bit of a stinger, maybe. Jamin Salmon runs, takes the fifth and last. What's with all the bleached blonde hair? Burton from inside the 40. This one's high. Pressure on the kick chase. Oh, kick out flying through is copped Kenny high. That'll be a penalty. George Arian says, who do you think will win, Titans or Bulldogs? Well, hopefully Bulldogs. I need the Bulldogs for a big 10-leg multi that I've got. Riley B, ahoy, you've got $50 on the Titans. Well, that'll be a nice little payout. I think the Titans were paying about $2, so... Oh, and again, another high shot. Jeez, Kickow, calm down, mate. Kickow's flying in with arms everywhere. Chickens, ahoy, mates. 1,000 for the Bulldogs. $1,000 at about $1.80. Cutout pass to Khan Pereira, who drops a cold. Some simple handling errors here from the Titans. And the Bulldogs will get a full set inside Titans territory. So, for the people that may not have heard earlier, I've got 3 legs on this one. Khan Pereira, Stephen Crichton, both teams to score 10. But I've also got first, second, or third try scorer. Philip Sami in this one. Kyle Felt in the Dragons-Cowboys game, and Mulatalo in the Sharks-Tigers game. Someone put bleach into the shampoo at the Dogs for sure. 6 again for the bleached Bulldogs. I like it. We've got Ricky's Green Goblins, and now we've got Serraldo's bleached Bulldogs. Hutchinson to King. Oh, that's Liam Knight. Sorry. Dan Jam, ahoy, mate. It's good to be awake at 4 a.m. I was awake at 4 a.m. this morning. Salmon through the hands, kick out now, steps back in field. Marnie with the flat pass, Liam Knight. Forward, it's called. We're seeing a crackdown on forward passes from dummy half. Lots of those getting called. And that one was clearly forward. Reed Marnie carrying on from where he left at Parramatta with the forward passes. The only thing is, it didn't get called for them when he was at Parramatta. Khan Pereira's in space. This is what the Titans need to do. Pace everywhere. Inside pass. There's Brian Kelly. Who told you to shut up, Vobsy? And now they make a knock on the Titans with front foot ball. McKidd King, ahoy there. Hang on. Who told Vobsy to shut up? Who do I need to tell off? Chickens? Really? Now. George Arian, who do you reckon? Oh, do you reckon Titans will win or Bulldogs? Hopefully Bulldogs. Hopefully. I need them for a multi. Liam Knight getting through some hard work. Either that or it's some other bleached blonde Bulldog. Salmon getting into first receiver a lot. It's with Kickow. Seems like his arm's recovered, Kickow. Back to Salmon. Blake Taff has a little dance. Nobody falls for that. And that's the fifth and last. Salmon out the back to Hutchinson. Grubber's in behind the line. It sits up for Kinney perfectly. And the Titans have it back. So just to recap what's happened so far, it's been an eventful first 15 minutes. The Titans should have had the first try. Boyd put it high into the air. The sun was in the eyes of Taff. Brimson out-jumped him. All he had to do was fall over the line. Tried to give it off to Kieran Foran for a fairy tale story. Foran drops the ball. Then the Bulldogs score in the corner. The try is then disallowed on account of an obstruction. From inside the 40, taken on the full at the back. The Bulldogs have it. Connor Tracy now to Taff. Appealing for a high shot. And now he loses the ball, Taff, and they win the penalty. That's all he had to do, was lose the ball. Referee was playing advantage. While there's the break for this penalty, I've got to go around the grounds. I need an update on the Chiefs Highlanders. Chiefs Highlanders is still 14-0. Josh Curran getting ready to come onto the field as the Bulldogs fine touch about 30 out from the Titans line. Liam Knight again. Jeez, he's getting through some hard yakka. Liam Knight. Salmon out on the left to Hutchinson. Kick out. Cuts back infield towards the post. 10 metres out. Golden opportunity here for the Bulldogs. Slow play the ball though. Marnie running across field. Burton. Hutchinson. They're up quickly on him. But straight through a gap goes Jacob Preston. They were up on Hutchinson, expecting him to run, I think. He drew in two, and Preston goes through a gaping hole, and that's the first try of the match. Jacob Preston. Oh, did anybody have Jacob Preston first try scorer? Four points to nil. They can't take this one off them. They cannot take this one away. Liam Knight ran straight through the defensive line. Did not impact anyone. Try confirmed. And the Bulldogs lead 4-0. They can't take that one away. Kieran Foran, the old hand, racing up out of the line, left that hole for Preston. Peter says, up the Dogs. Great stuff. Vobsy says, I reckon Preston is a gun. Oh, absolutely. You know who talks very positively about Jacob Preston and has been for about the past 2 seasons? Gus Gould. Now, obviously, Gus Gould is with the Bulldogs, but I don't think that's the reason. I mean, Gus is not afraid to rip into guys if he needs to, but he has been speaking very highly of Preston for a couple of years now. And he's really starting to show his value. Just a consistent player. Just does, not a superstar, but he just gets through his work. He does it well. Just a really solid player. Peter says the doggies don't miss you, Foreign. Kieran Foreign. He's been around a few different clubs, hasn't he? Conversion successful, by the way, and amongst all that, 6 points to 0. Multicultural round continues. And it's the Bulldogs, the home team. About 20 minutes gone with the lead. And again, Blake Wilson lets the kickoff bounce into the sun. They're really struggling with the high balls. But, as I said, they're staring directly into the sun at the moment, the Bulldogs. So, you've got to think that that's worth a few points. Kind of like a breeze. When they say a team playing with the breeze, it's about a 10-point breeze. I wonder if it's about 10 points staring directly into the sun like that. A kick on tackle 4 from Burton from inside his own half. Gets a nice angle on it. Calm Pereira takes it on the back. Oh, he's crunched. Peter says, why is Josh Adokar always getting injured at the start of each new season? Josh Adokar, Kickow as well. Kickow's banged up. He's already hurt his arm again today. He stayed out on the field, which is good news for the doggies, but yeah, lots of injury concerns always, it seems. Coincidence? Jay Otiro says the doggies are on it. Go Dogs. 5th and last here, Titans on halfway. Boyd, another high ball. Looks like there's more shadow around the ground at the moment. Taff runs forward. They get in each other's way here, the Dogs. Stephen Crichton's away. Stephen Crichton has it. And he's up to the halfway line. What happened there? Taff and Crichton, no communication. Does extremely well to keep hold of the ball. 6 again now. Preston out to Carraz, and Wilson steps back inside, but Calm Pereira holds on. That's tackle 1, Bulldogs on the far edge, 30 out from the line. Offload, back to Taff. Marnie onto Curran. Just takes the contact. Lucas uploads. Ahoy. David Rucker Davison. Ahoy, mate. Nice to see you again. Salmon Dummies goes on his own. Tino doesn't fall for it. Wraps him up. Tackle 4 here, Dogs. 12 out in front of the post. Marnie runs right. Out the back to Burton. Burton Dummies. And is taken in a 2-man tackle. 5th and last. Where's the kicking option? There's Hutchins. Crossfield kick. Looking for Crichton. It's spilled backwards by the Titans and over the dead ball line. Result for the Bulldogs. They've gone up a little notch here, the doggies. Peter asks where I think the Dogs will end up for the end of the season. I think in my pre-season prediction video, I had the Bulldogs finishing about 10th, if I'm not mistaken. Short dropout by the Titans. Not short enough. Taff takes it. 20 out from the line. The Bulldogs start this set. Curran just backs into contact. 10 out from the line. Marnie to Salmon. Salmon Dummies. 2 meters out from the line. Right in front of the post here. Tackles up their sleeve. Marnie goes left. Crash ball to Max King. A meter short now. Marnie takes 2 steps out to Hutchins, loses the ball in contact. Hutchinson, and there is where the Bulldogs are lacking. That's where the Bulldogs are lacking. A halfback. No offense to Drew Hutchinson, but he is definitely the weak link in the back line. And I've got to say that Blake Taff has hardly been setting the world alight as well. Riley B says, go Titans. Carvey Bar, come on Titans. David Rucker Davison, please can you update how many 100% dogs in field? Well, I can tell you one thing for 100% certainty. Viliami Kikau's not 100%. He's already had his arm bandaged up today. And who else is on? Keanu Kinney for the Titans limping around in back play. Their fullback. And it looks like the sun's dissipated, so no more pressure on those high balls. Good news there for the Bulldogs. 23 minutes gone in this one. 6 points to nil, Doggies. Burton on to Connor Tracy. I still can't believe Connor Tracy, the Sharks let him go. Crazy. I think Jaden Campbell's still out injured, isn't he? I'm not sure. Penalty to the Bulldogs here. And now a little bit of feeling. Jamin Salmon getting in the face of Chris Randall. Must have been a high shot. Oh, penalty is tackle without the ball. There you go. Tackled without the ball. Charlie, ahoy there, mate. You've got a little multi with the Warriors, Bulldogs, and Sharks. Nice one. Hopefully that gets up for you. I've got a 10-leg multi on head-to-heads across this weekend that's looking good so far. Speaking of which, the Chiefs now lead the Highlanders 21-0. That's great for my multi. I need the Chiefs today. I need the Bulldogs today. I need the Sharks later on. Through the hands with good shape here. The Bulldogs tapped on by Crichton to Tracy. Cuts back in field. But the Titans' defense slides across, cuts it down. They're a meter out from the line again, the Dogs. Tackles up their sleeve. Back into midfield, and Max King is dumped. They lose some ground. Salmon to Hutchinson. Tapped on again from the Bulldogs. This one's a lot more scrappier. Fifth and last, right on that far edge. 20 out from the line. Hutchinson with the kick again, cross field. Crichton chases through. It bounces kindly for the Bulldogs into the end goal, but just back in the nick of time is Keanu Kinney. Knocked on by the Bulldogs, in fact. Charlie says my mate won $997 yesterday with 4 different anytime try scorers off $20. Nice one. That's what you always hope for, isn't it? Low stake, high return. Penalty to the Titans. Curran a little bit too slow to get up and release the tackled player there. Desi's going to be very devastated, I think, because how bad were the Titans in week 1, remember, against the Dragons? You would have been expecting a bounce back. It's all right, James. I woke up late as well. I had my original alarm. I was going to get up at 11:30 so that I was ready in plenty of time for this game that kicked off at 2 o'clock my time. I ended up waking up at 1:30. Oh, nearly intercepted. It's touched by the Bulldogs. It should be 6 more. Not that it matters. It was only tackle 1. Some scrappy play here from the Titans. Really putting themselves under pressure. Kurt Mann getting ready to come onto the field. Another of the bleached blondies. So, Vopsy's come up with a new name for the Bulldogs, James, because we've got Ricky's Green Goblins, and now we've got Serraldo's Bleached Bulldogs. Connor Tracy takes the high ball, offloads to Taff. Taff tries to find some space, but there's nothing doing there. Charlie needs Critter to score. I need Critter to score as well. And both teams to score 10 points. At least. 10 or more points. Both teams, 10 or more points. Almost through a gap goes Carraz. Fighting. Charging his way. Post-contact meters galore. There is Kurt Mann on the field. Salmon's off for a rest. Curran out the back to Hutchinson. Dummies and goes on his own. Fifth and last. Burton puts it high. That's your fifth tackle kicking option. Burton, pressure on Sami. He does well to take it. But the Titans start this set a metre out from their own line. James, you went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, huh? The old YouTube rabbit hole. Now, I have seen... This is probably not the time or place. Half-time's probably a better timing for it, but I have seen a Zeitgeist documentary. Now, I don't know if it's the same one or if there are multiple different ones. Trucy NRL, who's the captain of the Bulls and Titans? Charged down by Kickow. Where's the bounce? Does it sit up for him? It does, and Viliami Kickow will score. Viliami Kickow, the charge down king, strikes again. Bulldogs lead 10-0, kick to come right beside the posts. There was absolutely nothing happening there. Nothing doing at all, and then suddenly... boom! Those big long arms of Kickow get in the way. Fantastic work. He got an awkward bounce as well. Des Hasler will have the paddle ready at halftime, and the paddle is probably the broken dressing room door. So, Stephen Crichton's the... Sorry, Trucy NRL. Going back to your question, Stephen Crichton is the captain for the Bulldogs, and Big Tino is the captain for the Titans. Another charge down try for Viliami Kickow. I would love to know how many of those he scored in his career. Got to be quite a few. Still 21-0 in favour of the Chiefs over the Highlanders. Oh, nice. James has been cleaning and found his reading glasses. I need to get my eyes checked. I've needed glasses since high school, apparently, and I've just never done it. Through the post it goes. Burton converts 12 points to 0. The Bulldogs. A much improved performance from them. For the Titans, no real improvement since round one. And honestly, if I'm the Titans, I probably don't even go into the changing rooms at halftime. I don't want to feel the wrath of Des Hasler after this performance. The kickoff taken on the full. I had another multi on. That one's pretty much shot to pieces. Because as Vobsy has said, they look disinterested, the Titans. I had, what's his face? Philip Sami, first, second, or third try scorer. Which, on reflection, was quite a stupid decision. Anyway. Trucy asks if I think it was a good move for Stephen Crichton to go to the Bulldogs. The thing that I find interesting about Stephen Crichton going to the Bulldogs, I thought he went there to play fullback. I specifically thought he went to the Bulldogs, not just for the money. Money was good, obviously. But I thought he wanted to play fullback. And I thought they signed him as a fullback, as the Titans get a penalty here for a high shot. 7.5 minutes to go till halftime. So he's come over to the Bulldogs and he's still playing centre. He's got the captaincy as another little carrot, but I would probably have Crichton at the back instead of Blake Taff. I mean, no offense to Blake Taff. But looking through that back line, Blake Taff is definitely the weak link. And Drew Hutchison, the halfback. Anyway, Titans ball. Boren puts it out to Kinney. Kinney gets taken one-on-one up to halfway. They are, though, the Titans. Tackle 3. Tino needs to lead from the front here. He's more than capable of shifting the momentum. We've seen it at Origin level all the time. Titans are playing very poorly, aren't they, Riley? 5th and last. Boyd puts it high. Oh, challenge in the air, and it's lost backwards by the Bulldogs. Blake Taff. Oh, I've just been talking him down, and he's made an incredible run back into the field of play. Blake Taff. Just to make me look foolish. Inside their own 10-metre line now, though, the Bulldogs. It's going to be some hard yakka, bringing it back. Trucy says, do you know what happened to Reece Walsh? People in my school are talking about that night. Yeah, he got busted up quite badly. Couldn't fly. Had to drive back to Brisbane, or be driven back to Brisbane. I don't think he did the driving. James says it's taken me a while to get on the Cleary bandwagon, but now I understand the hype. He can control the game at the drop of a hat. It's very similar to John's. Yep. And all the people who criticize him and say, oh, he can't do it at Origin level, the guy's still like 12 years old. He's got plenty of time to do it at Origin level. So, yeah, I'm with you, James. Very, very Johns-like. Bobsy reckons Mitch Moses has a better kicking game than Cleary. Jimmy Lister, ahoy, mate, and another mistake from the Titans on halfway. Oh, Des Hasler. Desi Hasler's going to be furious. It was kick out. Tanner Boyd has looked up. Oh, there's a shot of Des Hasler in the coach's box. Yeah, he's not a happy boy. He's telling himself to pray. Oh, my God, for anyone who could see the game, how furious did Des Hasler just look? That's incredible. That is not a happy camper. Scrum down on halfway for the Bulldogs. Burton to Taff, through the hands they go. Wilson on the right wing. Tackle 1. Bulldogs trying to get themselves in attacking range again as Carraz goes through, gets the offload away. Here go the Bulldogs. 20 out now. 15. Cover defense from the Titans. They scramble. Front foot ball here for the Bulldogs, though. And getting a little bit caught up there. Kurt Mann has to go back. Change direction. Tackle 3. They're 10 metres out. Over to the left they go to kick out. 5 out from the line. Tackle 4. Marnie runs across field. Gives it to Hutchinson. I keep calling him Hutchinson. 5th and last. What have they got here? Burton's over on the right. Shapes to kick. It goes to Taff. Taff's got nowhere to go. Back to Carraz. Carraz runs back towards the post. Gets the kick in behind the line. Isn't going to sit up. It's well taken at the back by Brimson, but the Dogs are there in numbers to keep him in goal. That was an absolute nothing fifth tackle. That was a nothing fifth tackle option that turned into a result for the Bulldogs. Do I think Serraldo is the right Doggies coach, or is he not up to it? Yeah, very interesting. I mean, he's been an assistant coach for so long. And we're seeing the same thing with Fitzy at the Sharks, an assistant coach for so long. Tagged as a future head coach, has now got the head coaching gig. it's a bit hard to tell after what? It's been 2 seasons, has it? 2 seasons? This is the 3rd one now. So, yeah, it was always going to take time. They're just, I don't think it's coaching that's the issue for the Bulldogs. They're just lacking in some key areas. Like, for example, no offense to Hutchinson, but they need a halfback, a marquee halfback. Gamer Mel, ahoy! I mean, Hutchinson's doing a solid enough job, but they need a superstar there to work with Burton. If it were me, I'd be shifting Burton out to centre, Critter back to fullback. Kick out, taps it on here for Tracy. Tracy tries to step back in field. 5th and last, Bulldogs. What can they come up with again? Burton with the high ball. It's way too heavy. Burton puts his hands on his heads, and it's the 7 hands on his heads. He's got 2 of them. 7 tackle set incoming. If I made my own NRL team, name my players. Oh, boy, that's a loaded question. That's one for half time, I think. A minute, which is only a minute away. I don't know, Vobsy. I've got absolutely no idea, mate. I was saying just before, I thought he was signed as a fullback. I thought that's how they lured him over, was the opportunity to play fullback. Picked up and dumped in the tackle. Tanner Boyd. Crushing defense by Curtis Moran. They don't want to leak any points here. The Bulldogs intercepted by Carraz. And Preston's away. Gives it to Wilson. Wilson beats 1. Beats 2. Still going, Blake Wilson. Steps back in field. Beats a 4th. And a penalty to the Titans for an obstruction run. He just got a little tangled up there. Blake Wilson needed to surrender. Oh, he's slippery, though. Got away from about 4 different players. They're looking good, the Bulldogs, and the Titans are looking absolutely miserable. Titans are looking like wooden spooners. And that, as the Bulldogs come away with the ball again, off the kick chase, ambitious kick chase to end the first half. And it's the Bulldogs leading at halftime, 12 points to 0, which is fabulous news for the multi. Look at this, 10 legs head-to-head across Super Rugby and NRL this weekend. 10 legs. We've already got 4, 5 and 6. Have we? Have we already got 4? Hang on. We've already got 4, yes. We got the Hurricanes beating the Rebels, tick. We got the Warriors beating the Raiders, tick. We got the Brumbies beating Pacifica, tick. We got the Roosters beating the Rabbitohs, tick. The Chiefs are currently beating the Highlanders 21-0, so that's looking good. And here at halftime, Bulldogs 12-0 over the Titan. That's looking good as well. So then I would still need the Blues to defeat the Crusaders, the Cowboys to beat the Dragons, Sharks to beat the Tigers, Reds to beat the Force. That'd be a good one if I can get that up. Fingers crossed for that one. Anyway, halftime here, Wasted Water Sports. I'm going to have a very quick break. I'm going to refill my drink. And I'll be back, and let's have a look at that. That's an interesting question, actually. If I had my own NRL team, let's think about what I would call it and what players I would have. That'll be a nice little halftime discussion, because we don't want to do 10 minutes on how terrible the Titans have been, surely. That wouldn't be very fair. All right, I'll be right back after a quick break. Halftime here. 12 points to 0. Bulldogs getting the job done. All right, Western World of Sports, Ahoy. Half-time here, 12 points to nil in favour of the Bulldogs over the Titans. Getting the job done here, the doggies. Very nice. So, Trucy NRL has raised a very good question. If you made your own NRL team, name your players. And I'm extending upon that. I also want to see Vobsy and James. I want to see team name as well. But yes, I think that's a fantastic question. Teresa Albert, ahoy there. So Vobsy's gone Teddy. Okay, I don't think I even need to read anymore. Vobsy's named the entire Roosters starting squad. That's fabulous. James has gone Tedesco, Young, the Hammer, Manu, Latrell. Latrell, eh? Interesting. I mean, I like that you've moved Latrell back to the centres, though, where I think he should be playing. So, Munster, Cleary. Jeez, how good would it be to see a Munster-Cleary combo week in, week out? Mr. Ed's dead. Mr. Ed's dead. The Tabernacles. I like it. Collins, Grant, Haas, Hopgood, Olakawatu. Oh, Olakawatu? Or is there actually somebody called Olakawaku? Yo. That would be my team, but well over the salary cap. I think so. A lot of big name players there. I've got to say, if we're picking a team based on, are we picking a team based on future-minded, or just current form? Because if we're picking on current form, Teddy at fullback. If I'm trying to lock down a team for the future, I'm putting Dylan Edwards in there. But yeah. Right at this very moment, Teddy Tedesco all the way. At fullback, that was an easy one. Shark Boy, ahoy. How are you doing, mate? Well, that's what used to happen, Mr. Ed's dead. That's exactly what used to happen back in the days before the salary cap. The rich clubs would just load up on players. Happens a lot, or used to happen a lot. Oh God, the voice is a bit raggedy today. It was a big doubleheader last night. Thursday night's game as well, of course, and 3 games today to get up for. Now, it is critical. I need Philip Sami to score first in the second half. Quite desperately need that. Broncos got carried by the non-existent salary cap back in the day. And also, let's not forget, back in those days, they were the only Queensland team in the competition at the time. So, of course, that's where all the players went. If you wanted to play based up here, you only had one choice. Now you've got a few different choices. You can play for the Broncos, you can play for the Cowboys, you can play for the Titans, you can play for the Storm. RTS belongs at fullback for the Wars, says Kent C. Straight. 100%, mate, because if anyone else noticed, when, what's the kid's name? Taupiki. When Taupiki went off for a HIA and the Warriors had to reshuffle, So Taupike's the starting fullback for the Warriors. Just in case nobody knew who I was talking about. Taupike copped a hit, had to go off for a HIA, failed his HIA, but as soon as that happened, they shifted RTS to fullback. As soon as RTS was shifted to fullback, suddenly he became a brand new player. He scored his try when he was shifted to fullback. Now, it would be extremely unfair on Taupike because I think he's been a little bit of a standout player for the Warriors. It'd be very harsh to see him moved. But RTS, yes, fullback. As soon as he moved to the back, it was game on, wasn't it? I mean, that's what he suddenly came into it, making breaks, scoring tries. Yes, Mr. Ed's dead. The short answer, HIA is a head injury assessment. And what happens is if you cop a blow to the head, then an independent doctor who is also watching the game can get a message out to the referee and say, I've reviewed the footage, that guy needs to come off and we need to test him. So what happens is they go off the field and they get tested for concussion. And if they pass, they come back out after 10 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever it is. If they don't pass, if they fail, they're out of the game for the rest of the day. So, round the grounds. Oh, and by the way, back to my team. I would also have Munster and Cleary. I think that's a great halves combination. I'm picking pretty much the Panthers forward pack for the most part. Isaiah Yeo would be there. Liam Martin would be there. Fisher Harris would be there. Leota would be there. No offense to Payne Haas, but Payne Haas could have a bench spot. Carrigan could have a bench spot. Around the grounds, I need to know how the Chiefs are going against the Highlanders. Chiefs, Highlanders, 28-0 Chiefs. Oh, that's the other thing, DJ Shack. Yes, Nickel Clockstad's still to come back from injury, so suddenly the Warriors are going to be loaded with fullback options. Overloaded with fullback options. Chiefs 28, Highlanders 0. So that's looking good. That's looking like tick number 5 of the 10-leg multi. We're halfway there. And of course, I need the Bulldogs over the Titans, and that one's looking good as well at the moment. Halftime. 12 points to 0. Big 40 minutes to come. I wonder what the odds are on Desi Hasler having broken a door or something. Or is he a lot calmer than he used to be? Okay, so I've done fullback. I've done my forwards. I've got a couple of reserves in there. Hooker. Yeah, okay, Hooker. Hooker's a tough one. Because Harry, yeah, I mean, I guess on current form, Harry Grant wins it. Harry Grant probably gets the nod. The Titans are coming back out onto the field. They look really just blank. I realised that they obviously just got chewed out quite fiercely by Des Hasler. James has gone all time. Slater, Hayne, Renoff. Oh, Steve Renoff. God, I used to hate him. I used to hate him so badly, but not in a bad way. Not in a... Hated him because he would always kill off any hope my team had of ever beating the Broncos. The Sharks would be up, and then that son of a bitch would pull off an intercept and run length of the field. Score a try. Meninga as well. Sailor. Lewis. Johns. Oh, Andrew Johns playing outside Wally Lewis. Lazarus. Price. Hindmarsh. Ferner. Clyde. Are the Highlanders really that bad? I think the Chiefs are just that good. That's what's happened there. The Chiefs are just really, really good. Probably going to win the whole thing this year. Should win the whole thing this year. Second half underway. Bulldogs with the kickoff. Look at the enthusiasm on that kick chase. And the Titans, has Desi Hasler fired them up enough to get them back into this game? Time will tell. You get the feeling they need to be first team to score. I need them to be first team to score. I need Philip Sami. Philip Sami was first, second, or third try scorer in my multi. But they're going to need a much improved second half performance. Starting out at dummy half is Verrills. Yes, indeed, Shark Boy. Doubleheader coming up after a little break. After this one, the stream is already set up. If you go to the channel, it's already there waiting. Through their first set, the Titans. Bulldogs have it at the back. Connor Tracy, nowhere to go. He's driven backwards. Tackle 2, just outside their own 20. Crichton takes a charge, drags 3 defenders with him. That's a good run. I don't remember it specifically, James, but I know Steve Renoff always was good for an intercept. If you could do same game multis back in the day, you'd have Steve Renoff on your try scorer multi a lot. Fifth and last, Bulldogs. They run it, but then Crichton puts it high. Pressure on this kick chase. It's lost forward by the Titans, and Josh Curran will score. Josh Curran will score. And there goes my multi, but the Bulldogs extend their lead. That is not the start to the second half that Des Hasler or the Titans wanted. What a start to the second half for the Bulldogs. Josh Curran. Burton decides they'll have a little bit of a run, but Crichton says no, kicking is the right option. Burton outjumps Kinney. It falls for Curran. What a try for the Bulldogs. Oh, we might look at this a little bit closer. Has it touched Matt Burton? Will this be a knock on? It's gone backwards, surely. He's touched it, Burton, but it's clearly gone backwards. Has it clearly gone backwards? Uh-oh, TMO's involved again. The TMO is involved. Oh, we're looking at potential obstruction again. You're kidding me. Matt Burton was the one who got up and contested the ball. What's he supposed to do there? No try. Obstruction. You are kidding me. Burton was the one who contested for the ball in the first place. Tapped it back. He can't just disappear. Now that is ridiculous. That highlights the ridiculousness of the obstruction rule. Oh, they're fired up now, the Bulldogs, having that one overturned. Take it off him. Second try disallowed for the Bulldogs. And the Titans breathe a sigh of relief. Is that the turning point? Boyd is caught by Kickow on halfway. Tackle 4. A little bit of luck there for the Titan. Fifth and last, 20 out from the line, or 30. 30 out from the Bulldogs line. Short side, Foran puts it high. Pressure on Taff. Taff is out jumped, but it's lost forward by the Titans. And the Bulldogs will get the ball. Yeah, James, it's such a loaded question, isn't it? Your favourite anything, your favourite insert topic here of all time is definitely a sit-down, dedicate an entire stream to it, because there's so many things to consider. And of course, it is very difficult to... Oh, offload puts Tracy into some space. Nearly straight through Connor Tracy. Gets 30 out from his own line. Front football now for the Bulldogs. Down the short side goes Burton. Dummies. He's over halfway. Caught on the neck there, Burton. The crowd boos. They want a penalty. Or a set restart. Or something. They want their try back is what they want. Tackle 4 for the Bulldogs. Hutchison runs it to the line. Nothing doing there. They're all over Hutchison tonight. Fifth and last. Do they realise it's the last tackle? Through the hands they go. Crichton puts the kick in. It's caught by Sami at the back. Titans hold on again. It's very hard to compare players across generations, across decades. So... But yeah, it's a very loaded question. We would have to dedicate an entire stream to it. We really would. Might be a good topic for the old Panther and I in generations. Fifth and last here for the Titans. They're only at their own 30-metre line. Boyd drops it cold. The pressure from Viliami Kickow. And now it's picked up by Preston. And the Bulldogs will start this set. 10 out from their 20 out from the line. The pressure on Boyd. He didn't want to get charged down by Kickow again. And he just ended up dropping it cold. And there is Kickow on the charge. Tackled a metre short. The Bulldogs want their try back. Marnie to Burton, out the back to Hutchison. Oh, it's Taff. 6 again for inside the 10. Oh, they must score, the Bulldogs. They must. Marnie from dummy half. Crash ball to Curran. Centimetres short now, the Bulldogs. Right in front of the post. Marnie goes from dummy half. Does he get the ball down? He's claiming it. It's awarded. Reid Marnie scores. The Bulldogs get their try back. Justice from the Rugby League gods. Because I don't think that try should have been overturned. Well, they end up getting it, and they get it in a much better position for the conversion. 16 points to 0. There's no way they can take this one off them. What compounded that error from Tanner Boyd? What really made it a bigger error? He made no attempt to regather the loose ball. Des Hasler will be furious at that. When you drop the ball, you've got to make an effort to dive on the loose ball. Otherwise, what happened. The other team picks it up, can run away. The Highlanders just made 7 points. Well, hopefully, for the sake of my multi, hopefully it's too late for them to come back. 28 points to 7 there. Chiefs over the Highlanders. Burton converts from right beside the post. 18 points to 0. Bulldogs. Did the Bulldogs come to play today, or are the Titans really just that bad? Des Hasler's got a lot of work to do. A lot of work here. James says that's only his 5th try for the Bulldogs. Titans are really bad, yes. That's what I'm gathering as well, James. I think the Titans are just really, really bad. Back underway. And the Bulldogs well on top here. 32 minutes to go. Are they on their way for a first victory in 2024? Lucas uploads. Yay! Riley B says this is the worst I've seen the Titans play. The Titans were on the brink of finals footy, or didn't they make the finals like not all that long ago? As the Bulldogs now spill the ball. I thought it was about a 72 on one strip as well. Captain's challenge. Hands on the ball, no raking motion. I think they're going to lose this challenge, the Bulldogs. There are hands all over the ball, but there is no stripping action. Yeah, challenge unsuccessful. Peter says the real score right now should be 30 points to 6. So many stupid calls. We have seen some very, very pedantic overturns out there today, that's for sure. Completion rate for the Titans, 16 out of 24, 67%. I say it all the time, you're not going to win games of footy with a 67% completion rate. Six more for the Titans. They're 12 out, right in front of the post. A full set of 6. If they're going to make any sort of comeback, this is their opportunity to strike. Foran, double pump out the back to Kinney. Kinney slips. Easy tackle made from Carraz. Palacia in midfield just takes the hit up, settles things down. 10 out from the line. Cutting back in field here. Brimson puts the kick through. Nobody at the back for the Bulldogs. It sits up for Carraz, and he gets back into the field of play. Great work there, Jacob Carraz, and the Bulldogs hold on. Poor Blake Taff gets manhandled. Who does Blake Taff remind me of? Blake Taff reminds me of the guy that got ragdolled by Gordon Tallis in State of Origin. What was that guy's name? Fifth and last here for the Bulldogs. Only 28 metres off that set, but that's a huge kick. A monster of a kick by Burton. Kick out, races up and puts Semi down. Quick play the ball, but look where the Titans are, all the way down their own end. That was such a monstrous kick from Burton. Third tackle for the Titans, still inside their own half. What date is State of Origin? Not for a little while yet. We've got some time. I don't know off the top of my head, I'm sorry. Fifth and last, Boyd puts it high. There's no kick chase to speak of, and an easy take at the back for Connor Tracy. Let's see how the Chiefs Highlanders going. 28-7, it still is there. In Super Rugby Pacific. How long left? Oh yeah, okay. 14 minutes. I think we might be right with that one. Marnie scoots from dummy half. Fifth and last, just shy of halfway. Bulldogs. Burton with another big kick. Very high. Not an easy take at the back for Kinney. And Kickow races up again, putting pressure on. Kickow has been immense today. Egg 4, 5, 6, 7. Ahoy there. Who's winning? Bulldogs 18-0. Alex Cable says, go Bulldogs. Titans look really, really flat. Really, really disinterested. Fifth and last. Again, pressure. Oh, high shot there from Marnie. Gets away with it. Pressure again. Fifth and last. Quarterback sacked. And Curran's letting them know about it. Tanner Boyd is under incredible kick pressure. Ivan Storm says, Dan, Blues will get their revenge today against the Satyrs. Well, I hope so. The Blues are in my 10-leg multi. Oh, Blake Taft dummies almost goes through a big gap. It closes quickly, though. Hutchison to kick out. Kick out dummies. Goes on his own. Tackle 3. A chance again here for the Bulldogs. Marnie out the back to Burton. Taff is up in the line. Carraz. Carraz gets on the outside. Carraz, the power of Jacob Carraz. He just drags Titans with him over the line. And it's another try for the Bulldogs. That was way too easy. Jacob Carraz. $22 points to 0. Kick to come. The Dogs are having a day out. That was way too easy. It's incredible how flat they're looking, the Titans. Carraz dragging poor Brian Kelly with him all the way. Oh, God, the Highlanders have scored again. The comeback is on for the Highlanders. Do not spoil. Hey, look, I love the Highlanders. I've got a soft spot for them. But do not spoil my party here, boys. Chiefs leading 28-14. 7 minutes to go. Oh, come on, Chiefs. Hold on, please. Egg4567 says, thanks for doing this live. You just earned yourself a sub. Thank you very much, Egg. As Burton looks to convert from the sideline, 3 from 3 today. This is his toughest kick, though. From the sideline, pushes it past the far upright. It couldn't hold its line. 22 points to 0, Bulldogs. That's what we need. Bulldogs to win, Chiefs to win. And then suddenly, we're 6 legs down in a 10-leg multi. Nice to see that those lads up the back are hard at work. Short kickoff, it's not going to go the 10. Just to make things worse for the Titans. And of course, new rules this season. No penalty. So the Bulldogs get the ball on the 40-meter line. Chicken says at least the Bulldogs will move up the ladder. And hopefully I've moved up the Wasted Water Sports tipping competition ladder as well, because I should imagine that going into this game, it felt like a true 50-50. It's turned out to be about an 80-20, if not more. Well, 22-0 is like 100-0. 100% to 0%. But hopefully some people tipped the Titans. Score should be 42-6. Where was the 6 from? Chickens. Where was the 6? I don't recall the Titans deserving a 6-pointer. 42-0, thank you. Yes, that I can agree with. The kick is up for Wilson. Wilson gets a second kick, but it's way too heavy, and this will be a 7-tackle set for the Titans. Are they going to be able to launch anything here, the Titans? James, you're doing another 2-leg multi today after the success of last night. Yeah, I'm finding much more success off head-to-heads across the different codes. Rather than another loose pass from the Titans, giving the ball back to the Bulldogs, and now Burton organising the troops, and it's just simple coach-killing errors from the Titans today. Another error inside their own half. Another chance here for the Bulldogs. 10 errors from the Titans. Their completion rate's just gone down the toilet. Even worse. It was already bad. 67%. It would be even worse now. Burton to Crichton. Crichton to Connor Tracy. Tracy for the corner. He's in touch. Connor Tracy just has his legs taken out. This will go up as no try, but let's have a look at the replay. I think Tracy was clearly out here, though. Racing down the sideline. And it was a great legs tackle from Philip Sami. And he bounces. Tracy bounces, and the knee hits the line there. Not a lot in it. It was closer than it seemed watching it live. But anyways, what I was going to say is I think I'm giving up on any time try scorer multis. I'm having way more success with the head-to-heads. That's what's making me all my money this year, is the head-to-head multis across the different codes. So I think I might stick with that. The anytime try scorer multis are just for fun. A little bit of fun. Can't believe Des Hasler is the Titans coach, says Chickens. I can't believe there's still 20 minutes to go in this game. This score could end up being anything. I don't think the points are over yet. Foran with the little chip over the top for Kinney. Kinney, I think, was offside as well, but he didn't get the ball back anyway. The Bulldogs have the ball again. 40 out from their own line. Stretching it wide early. Kick out. Puts Crichton into space. Crichton with the offload. Back to Tracy. This is incredible stuff from the Bulldogs. Hutchison fires a cutout pass to Carraz. To Blake Wilson. Blake Wilson goes flying down the sideline. Beats Khan Pereira. He comes back at him though. Tackle 3. Oh, the razzle-dazzle, as they say, from the Bulldogs. They're playing with a lot of confidence now. Samuel Hughes is on the field. He just settles things down. Let's go back to basics, boys, he says. Follow me. Kick out in the line again to Connor Tracy. What a try for the Bulldogs. It's all too easy. 26 points to 0. Kick to come. The Bulldogs have come to life today. It's taken a really poor effort from the Titans, but we are finally seeing some of what the Bulldogs are capable of. They had so many numbers there, the Titans. They had them covered. Connor Tracy's found a way through. Kickout holds the pass up just long enough. Are the Bulldogs back, or are the Titans just simply that bad? That will be the question to ask after this one. Oh, missed out on the AFL multi by one leg. Bugger it. Okay, around the grounds. How are the Chiefs doing? Did they win? Oh, 28-21. Highlanders, there's not enough time left, surely. There's like 1 minute left. The Highlanders have come charging back at the Chiefs. It's gone from a very comfortable looking tick on that leg to suddenly that leg looking under pressure. Burton from the other sideline this time. He missed it last time. From one sideline to the other. Pushes it past the far upright again. 26 points to 0. Vopsy says, Bulldogs wish they were back. I think the Titans are making them look a lot better than they are. Well, we saw what happened with the Dragons, didn't we? The Dragons played the Titans in round 1, and we thought, oh, the Flanagan factor. Shane Flanagan has turned this team around. And then they come out against the Dolphins and a little bit of a reality check. Will there be a reality check next week for the Bulldogs? I hope so. I think they play the Sharks next week, so... Chiefs and Highlanders is into injury time. The Chiefs just have to defend that 7 points. James, you were thinking Drinkwater and Cowboys -2.5 in the same game multi. Marnie from dummy half goes straight through. Support from Taff. Just needs to draw in the fullback, and the Bulldogs are in again. Oh, for goodness sake. Stop it. The Bulldogs have just suddenly come to life. $30-0. The kick to come from right in front. This is incredible. Roosters Bulldogs grand final. Jeez, that would be paying a pretty penny, James. I would love to see what that's paying out. Try confirmed. This is absolutely incredible. Yeah, we'll find out, Mr. Ed's dead. We'll find out because, as I was just saying, the Dragons looked like world beaters in round one when they played the Titans. And then they came out the next week and they got absolutely obliterated, brought back down to earth with a thud. So I'm starting to suspect that the Titans really are just that bad this year. Titans for the spoon, perhaps. From right in front, Burton converts. 32-0. An absolute demolition job here from the Bulldogs. Ciraldo's bleached Bulldogs on fire. Ciraldo's a happy man. He's up in the coach's box going, see, I told you we'd make it work. You just got to stick to the system. Another short kickoff here from the Titans. Carraz takes it. They can do no wrong at the moment, the Bulldogs. $32-0. Is it full time yet in Super Rugby? Have the Chiefs held on? Please tell me the Chiefs have held on. Full time, Chiefs win. Oh, that's another tick on the multi. As Kickow threatens to break through the line. They're back in Titans territory here. That's another tick. That's 5 out of 10 now. The Bulldogs is 6 out of 10. That multi, they better make me a good cash out offer. If they make me a half decent cash out offer, I'll probably take it. Honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10. I just need the Blues to beat the Crusaders, the Cowboys to beat the Dragons, the Sharks to beat the Tigers, and the Reds to beat the Force. 14 minutes to go here. Can they get 50? DJ Shaq says, what about the leap by Carraz? Oh, no. Concerns here for the Titans as Big Tino seems to have hurt his leg quite badly. Max King's landed on top of him. Very unfortunate incident. Doesn't seem like a whole lot in it. Oh, just his ankle's twisted the wrong way. No, not really, Vopsy. Just, you try not to push your luck too far, you know what I mean? So if I included Sunday's games, but then again, Sunday's games are Eels Manly. Yeah, I'd be steering clear of that one. And actually, Night Storm I'd be steering clear of at the moment too. So, no, there wasn't any reason in particular, obviously, necessarily. But now that I look at the games, I probably would have steered clear of them anyway. As Tino is getting helped from the field, he cannot put any weight on that ankle, and that's bad signs for the Titans. Bad signs for Queensland. Oh, that looks bad. It didn't seem like anything really happened in the tackle, but immediately, as soon as he went to ground, he cried out in pain, Tino, and now he can't put any weight on that leg at all. And that'll be a huge out, just to make the Titans start to the season even worse. If you can't put weight on that foot, have to be practically carried off the field, that's probably not a 1 week injury. Bad news there for the Titans. That's okay. Tino has spare parts. His brother plays for the Titans also. Maya Emick, go Bulldogs. Vobsy, yeah, Vobsy. So that's that night's Storm game. The Storm are down Munster and Hughes. If Newcastle don't win against the Storm this week, I don't think they're ever beating the Storm. If you can't knock off the Storm with both their starting halves out, you're probably never beating them. Leo, Francis, Royker, ahoy there. Didn't expect Titans to be this woeful. I don't think a lot of people did. I certainly didn't. I thought this would be a lot closer. I had the Bulldogs winning, but I thought it would at least be close. This has been an absolute annihilation. This is Des Hasler potentially been forced to rethink all his plans kind of annihilation. Do you think Cowboys Dragons close? It really depends, doesn't it, James? Two really unpredictable teams at the moment. The Dragons were sublime in week 1, terrible in week 2, and the Cowboys, they played the definition of a game of two halves the other week. So I think ultimately it comes down, do we get the first half Cowboys or do we get the second half Cowboys? Do we get the week 1 Dragons or the week 2 Dragons? There's a lot of questions that make me very, very nervous about that game. I've gone for the Cowboys, but I don't back them with any confidence, really. And that's why if they make me a substantial cash-out offer, I will likely take it. I don't think they will make me a substantial cash-out offer, though, because this game and that Dragons-Cowboys games, they were the two games in the balance. They were the ones making all the money in the multi. So I can't imagine it'll be a very good offer. I may as well just let it ride at this point. Let it ride. 32 points to nil here. There's still 11 and a half minutes to go. Tanner Boyd has had a rough afternoon indeed. The pressure on his kicks. They're standing too flat, the Titans, all day. If you're getting charged down, if you're getting rushed, don't you just adjust and stand back a little deeper? But I feel like he's standing closer and closer to the defensive line. And now an unfortunate high shot here as he was falling to ground. Incidental contact, but it was high nonetheless. $11 minutes left. Can the Titans get any points? They'll be happy at this point with just anything, I think. A drop goal. Take a droppy. Why not? get yourself off 0. What would be more insulting, actually? Being beaten to 0 or having to take a drop goal just to get points on the board? I think actually taking 1 point is being more insulting to yourself in some respects. 10.5 minutes left. Titans on the attack. 20 out from the line. Foran puts the kick through on tackle 3. And across is Blake Taff to tap it into touch. Miss me. Ahoy there. Titans fans. Thoughts and prayers. Yeah, especially since these guys are going to have to go into the changing rooms at full time and face Des Hasler. Oh. Who would you rather face after being smashed? Craig Bellamy or Des Hasler? I think I'm probably happier to walk down the sheds and confront Craig Bellamy, personally. Foran to Kelly, 6 again. It's free to come. Pereira steps back in field. They've got a 6 again, though. Or Ricky Stewart. Yeah, Ricky would be another. Sticky Ricky would be another one you wouldn't want to face after a hammering. Fighting for the line. The ball comes free. And Blake Taff's away. Taff's got space. Passes back across to Marnie. Burton. They lost the ball over the line there, the Titans. Every time something happens, you think it can't get any worse. Something new happens. And the Bulldogs have it inside the last 10 minutes. Marnie will kick on tackle 3. A 40-20 is all they need now, the Bulldogs, to cap off a near-perfect day. But that was too straight down the middle of the field. Oh, and now a mistake on the kick return from Kinney. Keanu Kinney spills it in contact, returning the kick. And that just sums it all up for the Titans. It really does. They drop the ball over the try line down the other end. And now on tackle 1, dropping the ball from the kick return. Unbelievable. The Titans, you've got to feel so sorry for them. There's still 8 minutes to go. They've got to stay out there for this. A scrum down, 30 out from the Titans line. Carraz shrugs off Foran. Standing in the tackle, Carraz. They can't put him down. Finally, he surrenders. Seven and a half to go. Bulldogs on the attack again. Kurt Mann is out on the field, trying to step his way through. Short side, they go with Burton. Kickow charges into the defensive line. He's had a good game, Kickow. Very, very solid. Man to Hutchison. Out the back to nobody, and it's spilt by Carraz. Peter says, I hope the Dogs can score one more. DJ Shack says, this is pretty embarrassing for the Titans, even though it's only 32 points. James says, if the Titans get a penalty, take the 2. I haven't had any opportunity to promote the T-shirts yet today. Thank you, James, for presenting one for me. Vobsy says, Chooks would have got 70 plus. Oh, Tino's testing his leg. He's putting a little bit of weight on it, but cannot put full weight on it. But at least he is up. He's up and he's not requiring assistance to hobble around. He's hobbling around on his own. 5 minutes 40 to go. Titans have the ball. Kent C. Straight. Big ups for the live streams, brother. Brother Dan. Great commentary. Cheers, Kent C. Straight. Very much appreciate it. Fifth and last, and Tanner Boyd gets a kick away. Sarcastic round of applause. He finally gets a kick away. 5 minutes to go. And this humiliation will end at last for the Titans. Oh, Karaz bobbles, manages to hold on to it. And now he still stands and fights in the tackle post-contact meters. Up over halfway. Or up towards halfway. From dummy half. Nice little run there from Blake Wilson. What you would like to see from the Titans in this final 4.5 minutes is some sort of fight. Be it in defense or attack, just something, any little thing that they can take into next week. Or is this just going to be a guaranteed 2 points to everybody they come up against? Fifth and last. Marnie, dummies left, goes right. Man, out the back to Hutchison. Cut out to Karaz. Karaz puts the grubber kick in through for Wilson. Wilson toes it ahead a second time, and it's almost a try for Taff. He just couldn't quite get there. It beat him over the dead ball line by millimeters. Oh, that was close. They nearly had another one there, the doggies. So close. No try confirmed. 4 minutes here for the Titans to do something, anything. Show us something. 7 tackle set to get all the way down the other end and just bag 1 try. Let's see. Oh, Sportsbet won't have updated yet. We'll have a look after this one updates. We'll see what cash out they offer me. 3.5 minutes to go. Through the hands go the Titans. It's scrappy though. The passes are not flat. Oh, next week is the Bunnies and the Dogs, is it? Oh, cool. Geez, that will really test out where the Bulldogs are at. Was this truly a turning point for them, or are the Titans just that bad? We could find out next week, because the Bunnies are in a little bit of crisis as well, aren't they? Tracy gets the offload back to Crichton. So that could actually be a cracker of a game. Scott Beardsley says Titans going to bring it back. It's only 3rd round. And it's only their 2nd game. Let's not forget that. They had the bye last week, of course. DJ Shack says last time the Bulldogs kept a side scoreless at Belmore was 1996. Against the Illawarra Steelers. There you go. James says, did you see the odds on the Knights Storm game? Yep, Knights are the favourites. The Knights at home, full strength against a travelling Storm with no Munster, no Hughes. A minute and a half to go. This will be the last shot for the Titans to put something on the board. They get a penalty to piggyback them upfield. That will be helpful. Boyd looks for touch, finds it. About 30 out from the Bulldogs line. Bulldogs fans giving Des Hasler a bit of what for. Good on them. Loose pass out the back. Titans hold on to it though. The Bulldogs have fallen asleep here. The intensity has fallen completely out of their game, as it would at 32 points up. Now, Michelle. We never want to see anyone get seriously hurt unless it's Reece Walsh. They're up on Boyd again. Burton this time. Bobsy says also Knights losing Hastings will sting for a few weeks. And the Titans don't even try anything on the last play of the game. They just meekly go to contact. And what a huge victory. The Bulldogs, 32 points to 0. A fantastic moment for the Bulldogs. Pathetic performance by the Titans, says AFBOCC. And it really was. Let's touch base with my multi here, my 10-legger. All right, so an update on the 10-leg multi. Hurricanes to beat the Rebels, tick. Warriors to beat the Raiders, tick. Roosters to beat the Rabbitohs, tick. Chiefs to beat the Highlanders, tick. Bulldogs to beat the Titans, tick. In 13 minutes' time, the Blues and Crusaders begins. I need the Blues to beat the Crusaders. I need the Cowboys to beat the Dragons. I need the Sharks to beat the Tigers. And I need the Reds to beat the Western Force. It's looking good. It is looking good. Oh, there's Tino hobbling. He's needing help again. So that's bad news for the Titans. Question, has Kickoff been on the Teddy diet? The rear end is looking a bit more meaty this season. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, let's find out. Let's see if Lara Pitt asks the tough questions. I don't think she asked him. All right, well, not much of a post-game to talk about in that one. It was one-way traffic. One-way traffic the entire time, 32 points to 0. And the Bulldogs had a couple of really dubious decisions overturned by the TMO tries. It could easily have been 36, 40, 40-something to 0. It could have been a lot worse. A very dominant display by the Bulldogs. I'm gathering that a lot of people, well, not a lot necessarily, but I'm gathering that at least some people would have gone for the Titans in the Waste of World of Sports tipping contest. So hopefully this elevates me just a little bit higher up. As long as I'm ahead of UFC. Because UFC, the cheeky bugger, he's getting very lippy with the predictions, eh? All right, Wasted World of Sports coming up in about half an hour's time, I think it is. I think we've got about half hour's downtime. And then it's the Dragons, Cowboys. Dragons, Cowboys, Tigers, Sharks. In about half an hour, I will see you then for more Wasted World of Sports. Thank you very much for your company in this one, and welcome to the new subscribers. 30 minutes time, we'll be back for a doubleheader. The rest of the games tonight. Dragons, Cowboys, Sharks, Tigers. Coming up soon. See you in about half hour. Cheers.
World of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack. Ahoy! He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.